Dr. Mohammad Shahidul Islam. I work as an academic advisor at Atlantic International University since 2013. Since then, I have supervised more than 500 students at different disciplines in Atlantic International University in fulfilling their academic dreams. We have started publishing help to all of our Atlantic International University students since August last year. Since then, we are happy to announce that we have published 46 articles from our students' work in different recognized journals. 10 more articles are in the process of getting published. So we are happy to announce that since August last year, we are able to help our students to publish more than 50 articles from their work in different recognized journals. And our aim is to help every student from Atlantic International University to publish at least one article or at least one of their work in recognized journal or media so that they can raise their level one step higher afterwards. So Atlantic International University has educational direction to accommodate UNESCO 2030 goal to sustainable development in its educational activity. Your intended research publication is in line with UNESCO 2030 goal number 4, that is quality education. Your publication in a good journal will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunity for all, because it will give you recognition and will help your fellow researcher in acquiring quality education as a reference. Today's talk will be, but not limited to, the following topics. First, we will discuss about your publication journey. It will be followed by discussing about what is journal publication. Then we will discuss about why journal publication, since publication is not so easy. That's why it is good to know why you are going to accomplish it. Then we will discuss about journal publication of your research work. Then we will discuss about how we can support you in organizing your journal article. Then we will discuss how to write an article in scholarly format for journal publication. This is very important and the heart of today's lecture. So please pay special attention to this section. Then we will discuss about book publication. Then we will discuss about patent accomplishment. Then we will discuss about Atlantic International University publication aid to its students. Then we will review two published journal article to go through the detailed content. This is also very important. And then we will open the floor to all participants to put me question. I will be more than happy to address your questions. And finally, we will end up today's online class by some concluding remarks. Then, my fellow friends, today I will introduce an alternate idea of your research work, that is, publish your research accomplishment in a journal or other recognized media. Many fellow students are afraid to publish their work in a journal. They think it is sticky, but in reality, it is not that much sticky at all. Most of you may have written letter to your partner or friends. There sometimes you describe a story. Similarly, a journal article is like a living story. Here you describe accomplishment of your work from beginning to end in a structured way and scholarly format. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about what is journal publication. A journal is a collection of articles and is published periodically throughout the year. A journal publication is a scholarly publication containing articles written by researchers, professors, and other experts. Journal focus on a specific discipline or field of study. Unlike newspaper and magazine, journals are intended for academic and technical audience, not for general readers. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about why journal publication. Most journal publications are peer-reviewed publication. It means your journal article has been reviewed and ratified by experts in your subject areas before publication. Once this is done, your journal article constitutes authentication to be accepted by scholars worldwide. Journal publication is important in both engaging in professional communication and advancing scientific knowledge and improving human life. Publishing article in journal can give your work visibility among other researchers in your field outside of your immediate circle of contacts and colleagues. Journal publications can make your work more discoverable as they are already been read by circles of interested readers. Your published journal article constitutes solid basis to be referred by future fellow researcher as well as by yourself. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about journal publication of your research work. Before journal publication, you need to compile and write up your research work compatible to a standard journal format. Before doing that, it is good to answer few relevant questions like, are you interested in publishing your work? Are you organized to do this? Do you have experience in reviewing journal in the area of your interest? Can you write your final thesis in research format? Do you want international recognition or acclaim for your research work? Do you want your research work to be referred by fellow researchers? Do you want worldwide acceptance of your research work? Do you want to increase weight of your CV by incorporating your research outcome? Do you want to be a competent candidate in finding a job in the area of your interest? Do you want to be a qualified researcher? Do you want to create an impact in your area of interest? If answer to some of these questions are yes, yes, you are a qualified researcher to publish your work in a journal or other recognized media. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about how we can support you in organizing your journal article. You need to write your journal article in a specific format. For this, review several journal articles in your subject area to understand the suitable format. Ensure your article aligns with the chosen journal's guideline. This is very important. Then what will be the content? Adapt your thesis content to fit the journal article format. Focus on most significant findings and contribution of your research. Pay special attention in results and discussion section because this results and discussion section will act as an antecedent to be accepted in a reported journal. After that, you need to submit your article. Submit your article to the chosen journal. The journal editorial team will evaluate and review your submission. Then you need to be prepared to make any necessary revision based on the feedback you receive. If the feedback is positive, your journal will be accepted. You will need, after that, you may need to pay article processing cost directly to the journal. This cost can vary from as low as 50 US dollar up to 1,000 or more US dollar, depending on the journal. Note that this article processing cost is a standard practice in academic publishing, and it is not a requirement by Atlantic International University. It is solely managed by the journal.
Doctor, can you put your presentation into presentation mode? Because there's a student that can't see it. So if you put it in presentation mode, it'll get larger and easier to read. There's a button at the bottom to actually click onto presentation mode. It's like start presentation. Is it under slideshow in the menu?
Yeah. Or I am not finding anything like presentation mode.
I think you have to go into slideshow up on the menu up there to the left. Next to animations, it says slideshow. I think there is a button to actually start the presentation. Let me see if I'm able to draw. Do you
Because
see
there is
that?
a
Do you see that?
button which is highlighted the bottom, the pages, but there are few options like that, share, here. Is there anything? No. The meeting, this hide panel, share computer. Oh,
Did you
there.
see that I circled slideshow on the screen? And then when you open up slideshow, there's off to the left, there's an option to start the slideshow. The
Slide,
uh,
slide
the
to where it is.
the
No, I'm
other
not
option I think is
finding
down
anything.
here.
There is a more option, more record transcript, disable notation. No, there. Share computer sound, showing meeting remote. Because the tools bar is hiding the bottom of the pages. Because usually in PPT there is
Oh,
a option to for presentation mode there the screen get larger, but here I'm not finding that.
yeah. Do you see
But
it?
anyway,
Okay.
yeah.
I
Uh,
actually drew a arrow on the screen showing where the little TV screen is at the bottom. That'll start the presentation. I don't know if you can see the arrow.
where is the arrow? No, I'm
If you
not
look on the
seeing
Zoom
any.
screen, maybe you
No,
can't see it. Yeah, you probably can't see it. There's at the very bottom to the right, there's like a little television screen on a little stand. If you click on that, it'll open up the presentation. And I'm also thinking maybe F5. Does that open it up?
yeah, there is a
Yeah,
show
you
meeting.
go F5, function 5,
Show
that'll open
meeting
it up.
F5. Okay.
No, it's not opening up. Okay. I guess the next best thing is just to hide the menu up atop, and then that'll increase the space for the presentation right there.
Can I? Meeting remote.
Oh, there you go. That's interesting. Yeah, that
It
helps.
becomes a little bit larger. Yes.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay. Okay. But anyway, uh, we can send the today's presentation slides to the students who will send me the email. Yes, we usually do that. After the class, we provide our email address to the student, and the student can request today's presentation material, and then we send the presentation material directly to the students via email. But anyway, we can get started again. Yes. Yes, and we were talking about that article processing cost, and article processing cost can vary from 50 US dollar up to 1,000 US dollar or more, and it is depend on the journal. It is the requirement by the publishing house, and it is not a requirement by Atlantic International University. You need to aware about this. Then after payment of article processing cost, your article will be available online. Then you can use your published article as a reference in your CV and can highlight it in your list of accomplishment. Our team at Atlantic International University is here to assist you throughout this process. We can help you organize your manuscript and submit it to the right journal for acceptance and publication. Now let's talk about how to write article in scholarly format for journal publication. This is very important, so please pay special attention to this section. Writing a journal article can seem daunting, but with the right structure and guidance, it becomes a manageable and rewarding task. Here is a step-by-step format to help you structure your journal article. Follow this blueprint to ensure your paper meets the requirement of standard academic journals. So journal format, uh, especially it varies from journal to journal. Every journal has its own format and guidelines to the authors. So before start writing a journal article, you need to download 11 articles, then fix one journal where you want to publish your article, then browse through their format and guidelines, and structure and format your own article according to journal guidelines. And this will help you to write up a good article within a short period of time. But today, I will introduce a general format to you, which is acceptable to many journals. If you follow this format, even though you are going to send your work to other journal, but you need to modify a little bit to get fitted your article with journal format. First, you need to craft a clear and concise title that reflect the essence and interview notion of your research. So fix a good title which will reflect the essence and interview notion of your whole research work. Then you need to write down the authors' names and affiliation. List all authors involved in research, including their institutional affiliations. I tell this thing in every online classes on journal publication that almost 99% of our students who send me their article cannot write names and affiliation. But it is not difficult at all. Simply, you need to write up your names, then write up your institutional affiliation. For example, if you are still a student of Atlantic International University, write up the name of this institution, Atlantic International University, and the address. And if you are affiliated to the other organization, write up the organization names and the address. And underneath, you need to write your email address. And that's it. It is not that much tricky at all. I don't know why 99% student cannot write authors' names and affiliations in correct way. If you still cannot, just review a journal article and see how they write up authors' names and affiliation and organize your own. Then you need to write an abstract, provide a brief summary of your research, including the purpose, methodology, key findings. This section need to be between 150 to 300 words, not more. Then you need to write up at least 5 keywords. Identify 5 keywords or terms that are central to your research. By tagging these keywords, a finder can find your article. Then you need to write down introduction, introduce your research topic, its significance, and the objective of your study. Cite 10 to 20 references at least in support of your scholarly argument, which constitute relevant of your research work. And always end up writing introduction by inserting aim and purpose study. Then you need to write a problem description. Describe the problem your research addresses. This section needs to be 50 to 150 words. Then you need to write a research objective. Clearly state the objective and goal of your research. Write down 3 to 5 points. Each point should not be more than 15 words long. It should be very precise and concise. Then you need to write down materials and method. Details the materials and methods used in your research to ensure reproducibility. Methods need to be referred by appropriate references. Then you need to write down theoretical background. Discuss the theoretical framework and existing literature related to your research. Then you need to write results and discussion. Present your findings and discuss their implication in context of your research questions and objective. Use graphical presentation of your research results and discuss with logical interpretation. The more nicely and suitably and efficiently you will write results and discussion section, there will be more chance of your article to be accepted by a recognized journals. Then you need to write up conclusion. Summarize your key findings and their significance and suggest potential direction for future research. Then you need to write up acknowledgement, acknowledge individuals or significance or organizations that support your research. Then you need to write up list of symbols. If applicable, provide a list of symbols used in your research. Then finally, you need to write down the references, include all references cited in your research paper. But of course, you need to follow format, journal format to write up the references because every journal have different format to write up reference. So review the journal's format and guidelines and organize your list of references accordingly. Then formatting guidelines will be like this. Use a 10 to 12 point font size, single space text, M for a length of 8 to 12 pages. Of course, you can write more pages if it is suitable for you. And 8 to 12 pages is equivalent to almost 3,500 to 5,000 words in total for a standard scholarly article. Remember, we are here to support you at every step. If you need assistance with any part of writing, don't hesitate to reach out. Here, I have suggested few journals where you can think to make your work for evaluation and review, but these are the recommendation, not binding to you. Of course, there are thousands of journals. You can send your work to any journal for evaluation and review, but be sure these journals are listed or these journals are uh, qualified journals. Because if you cannot publish your work to a listed or qualified journal, your work will not be recognized worldwide. We have collaboration with few journals. If the student send their work to these journals via us, they get discounted article processing cost, and there will be a more chance to get accepted your work in these journals. For example, we have collaboration with Current Trend in Engineering Sciences and Scholarly Publishing. Scholar Publishing have many journals. For example, European Journal of Applied Sciences, Uh, then we also have collaboration with Academia Journal of Scientific Research. Then Scholar Publishing have journal like Archives of Business Research, Advance in Social Science Research. Then British journals uh, of health research. Then transaction of engineering and computer science, those who write their articles in ITs or computer science disciplines can use this journal to and their work for evaluation and review. Then discoveries in agriculture and food science, American International Journal of Social Sciences. Uh, then I recommend to send your work to few listed journals like Humanities and Social Science Letters. This journals has impact factor 0.172. Then International Journals of Innovative Research and Sciences. This is a multidisciplinary journal. All work from all disciplines, science, social science, or business administration, or economics can send their work to this journal. This journal has impact factor 0.203, and then you can send your work to International Advances of Research. This is also listed journal, have impact 0.236. Then for social science disciplines, you can choose American Research Journals of Humanities and Social Science. This journal takes the US dollar as article cost. Then we also recommend to think about international journals of arts and humanities, international journals of development studies, international journals of business, international journals of commerce. So these are few recommendations, but these are not bindings or mandatory to you. It totally depends up to you where you wish to send your work for evaluation and review. But think about publishing your work in some good and recognized media so that your work can be recognized afterwards during rest of your life. Then few students want to publish their work as a book. So first you need to organize your book like journal article or book. You need to craft a title that reflects your book contents. Then you need to write up the dedication. You can dedicate your book to the sweet memories of your acquaintance and beloved one. Then you need to write down a forwarding letter from the editor. You can request your friends, editors, or senior to review your book and write some good words in favor of your book. It can be a good addition to your book. Then uh, format your book content. First, you can write the need and driving force of documentation. You can write why you have written up your book. This may be interested to your intended readers. Then you need to develop your book content from beginning to end. Unlike journal article, books is not stipulated to any length. Here you can write as many pages as you can, as long as it is logically valid and scientifically acceptable. And then you can write up the key messages of your book to the intended reader. What messages you want to deliver through your book can be interested to your intended readers. And then you can write up the conclusion. Here are some recommendations. Kinley Direct Publishing from Amazon and Lambert Academic Publishing do not cost anything. And Scholarly Publishing publish electronic book as low as 150 pound sterling. I have established recent collaboration with Scholar Publishing. They usually charge 300 pound sterling to publish a electronic book, but upon my request, they have decided to offer discounted price to our Atlantic International student, and discounted price is 50%. So my student can publish electronic book to scholarly publishing as low as 150 pound sterling. And some student cannot transform their thesis work into a journal article. Here you have possibility to publish your thesis directly as an ebook to scholarly publishing at as low as 150 pound sterling. And there is another possibility. If you can stipulate your uh, writing up to 30 pages, you can publish your thesis as a journal at discounted journal article processing cost 50 pound sterling. So it depends up to you. If you can condense your thesis up to 30 printed pages, you can publish your work as a journal at 50 pound sterling. But if your work is more than 30 pages, then they do not accept the journal article. They consider as an electronic book. And in that case, you need to pay 150 pound sterling to publish your work as a ebook. So this is a new opportunity to our Atlantic International student who cannot transform their thesis work into a journal, but they can publish their thesis directly as an ebook at this discounted article processing cost. Then some students want to do patent accomplishment. So there are guidelines to them. Step in patent application process. First step is invention, understand, and disclosure. Understand and disclose what you have invented. This is very important. Then step 2 is patentability search. Search a format of patented article for your own review. Then step 3 is filing an application for patent. Browse your chosen patent authority and fill up the application. Then fourth step is patent drafting. Draft your own patent text. Draft what you have invented. Then step 5 is filling patent application. File your patent application to the chosen patent authority platform. Then step 6 is request for examination. You have to request to examine your claim patent. And step 6 is response to observation. Be prepared to answer the observation, because if you cannot respond positively to the observation, they will not accept your patent application. This is very important. And step 8 is grant of patent. If granted, you can enjoy the patentability right and can get royalty as admissible from the beneficiary or customer within the covered area. And US patent can cost more than 30,000 US dollar, and European patent can cost more than 6,300 US dollars. If you can get a patent application accepted, probably Atlantic International University will subsidize partially of the cost associated to accomplish your patent. Then Atlantic International University publication aid to its students. We provide help in two ways. One is editorial help, another is financial help. Editorial help includes motivation. That's what we are doing by arranging online classes on journal publication. Then we provide information, we provide need, benefit, and quality assurance. We help to organize and write up your work. We help you choosing right publisher to publish your work. Then we help you to submit your work to a journal, and we also help you to get accepted your work. And financial help includes Atlantic International University credit article processing cost from your tuition fees for your first standard and uh, recognized journal article for the students. This means you will get credit for Atlantic for article processing cost from your tuition fees for your very first article. We encourage you to write up more articles, but Atlantic International University will credit article processing cost for your first article from your tuition. Then effectively, publication does not cost anything to the student for their first articles. Then before conclusion, I would like to show you published journal article to go through the details. Here, two separate journals was published under the same DOI. And for that, we had title like this: Sustainable Treatment of Emerging Organic Pollutants, Endocrine Disruption Chemicals from Water and Wastewater, and Role of Atlantic International University Online-Based Distance Learning Education System to achieve UNESCO 2030 goal towards sustainable development. After the title, you need to write up the author's name. Simply write down your names and institutional affiliations, and you can list your co-authors accordingly. Then after the title and author's names and affiliation, you need to write up the abstract. Always start writing abstract by introducing some interesting sentences to attract the attention of your readers. For example, in our cases, we have written complete mineralization of emerging organic pollutants, including endocrine disruptor chemicals, is one of the challenges to us sustainable development practice of water and wastewater treatment systems. Then continue writing abstract, and abstract is the summary of your work, even though it is written at the top, but you need to write up at the end of your manuscript writing, because after finishing your manuscript, you will not be able to produce a summary of your work. Then after the keywords after the abstract, you need to write up keywords. Write up at least 5 keywords which are central to your research. Then after that, you need to write up the introduction. Again, start writing introduction by introducing some interesting sentences to attract the attention of your readers. For example, here we have written, sustainability means to meet the present need without compromising our future generation to meet their own needs. It is rather a short statement, but it has a long and broad implication in our ecosphere. Then you need to include at least 10 to 20 references to support of your scholarly argument in introduction section. Here we have referred many references, and I will send you these materials. And by reviewing this, you will get to know how to include the references and refer them in introduction section. And end up introduction section by inserting aim and purpose of your research. For example, here we have written, aim of this study is to optimize process variable, including smart size to introduce right load of ozone for emerging organic pollutant as well as endocrine disruption chemicals mineralization. Then we have written what was the purpose of our study. Purpose is to reduce flexible, reliable, and effective treatment method by incorporating ozonolysis technique. Then you need to write up the problem description, discuss the problem you addresses in your research work. Then you need to write up objective in 3 to 5 points, and each point should not be more than 15 words long. Then you need to write up materials and methods section. And materials and methods section need to be referred by references to establish the validity of your work. And after materials and methods section, you need to develop the other section. If you have any experimental work, then you can include that. And if you have the theoretical background, you can include here as well, and literature study. Then you need to write up results and discussion section. Results and discussion section is very important. I recommend my student to divide results and discussion in different subsection and give caption to each section and discuss the results and discussion section with tabular and graphical presentation and logical interpretation. This is very important. And after results and discussion section, write up the conclusion. Again, start writing conclusion by introducing some interesting sentences to attract the attention of your readers, and end up conclusion section by inserting future direction of your work. And the second article was written exactly following the same format. And then at the end, you need to write up the references, write references in correct format according to the journal requirements. And this is how published journal articles look like. I will provide you my email address. You can send me an email, and I will send you today's presentation slides and sample articles I showed you as an email attachment. So those who will send me email will get these materials. Then we can go back again to the presentation section. And in conclusion, we can say that journal publication provides recognition of your work, it access references, it's a means of communication and circulation, it gives you authentication and validation, and quality accomplishment. Remember, we are here to support you every step, and we can provide you assistance with anything related to write up your journal article. If you need assistance and help, please don't hesitate to reach out. Let's get started in transforming your research work into a journal article. So, regardless of what you are studying, either bachelor or master or PhD or postdoc, I recommend every student to publish at least one article or book or do a patent accomplishment from their work during their study at Atlantic International University. There is nothing to lose. All you will gain. It will raise your level one step higher, and you can refer this published work during rest of your lifetime. It will help you by giving you recognition and validation. It will help you to find a job in the area of your competence. It will help you to get promotion in your work. It will help you to establish as a qualified researcher. So don't miss this opportunity. Write up an article and publish it in a journal, and we will feel happy if we can help you to publish your work in a journal.